Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome to JCI Davao, Handuraw. We are on our second episode. And this is very special because we have here now our 56th most outstanding high school graduate of Davao City, Miss Grace Espino. Let's give her a round of applause. Yeah. So, Mary Grace, she's the grand winner of our longest running project in JCI Davao. It's one of the longest running projects. So how are you, Mary Grace? How are you?
I'm doing all right, sir. I think last week was like the final parang end of my responsibility as a high school student.
Okay.
I think yung ceremony was like my graduation in a sense kasi kahit I graduated after it, nag-end na yung responsibility as a high school student there. So wala na talagang gawin.
So you had your graduation before the culmination.
Yes, sir.
So that was your grand
Graduation.
graduation.
Okay.
I see. And I saw, because I was there, no? I was fortunate to see all of you, especially the top 5, and of course you. And then all of the emotions running, no? I can only imagine,
Yes, sir.
Were you scared? Were you nervous ba?
Calling sa top 5, I didn't expect from the roster of top 10, any one of us would be deserving to get into the top 5. So for all of us, it was just like, oof.
Oh, okay.
Like, cool ba? But at the same time, if you hear the name, you're gonna, okay, deserve it.
Deserve, okay.
In my seat, coming up to the first runner-up now, I'm like, okay, this is like an all or nothing moment for me. So I was like, lahat ng friends ko cheer, ganon. And I'm like in my seat, like, this is like one of the most dreadful moments in my life because it's first or nothing.
I see. But was it more of a when you heard your name, was like a relief, or was it like
my first instinct was like kalami magligid sa stage and mag-scream lang doon. So my video gisend rin si Sir John Shin sa akin, and it's just like pag announce ng name ko, it's just like me going sa seat ko nakaganon like a solid 2 seconds, and it's like okay.
Because I actually didn't see your faces, no. Because I too had the job of I had the job kasi of announcing the names.
Yes.
And so I had to be a bit suspenseful, to give a bit of suspense into the whole ceremony. So what I did was hide. So when you told me when you just said na you had to hide your face for a bit because you couldn't believe it, but you felt that you deserved it, but it's just the feeling, diba, na still of hearing your name.
Yes, sir. Like I said, sir, everyone deserves the title of grand winner. It's just that you want everyone to be proud of you. You want to make your school proud. You want to make the audience that went for you proud. So there's a big responsibility rin kasi when it comes to MOHSG, and it's also a privilege. So any one of us, it was I feel like everyone went through the same thing, like sitting on that seat na parang okay. So
you mentioned responsibility. Because I think that's very rare to hear, no? People just think now when you win something, that's it. I have the privilege now of being called a winner. But you mentioned the word responsibility. What do you mean by that? Like having the responsibility of being a MOHSG?
I think, sir, for every recognition you have, for every award, there's like a set of skills you accumulated or you develop. And from that, I believe kasi, sir, na with every skill you develop, you have to pay it forward. Or you should help a bit. Kasi that's a blessing you have. That's a gift that you have. So, kaya, my background, sir, like competing in math, I try my best to teach other people. Weird kasi na, you're so well awarded, well accomplished, pero sa sarili mo naman. And it's not around you. So, sa akin, it's our responsibility. Because once I get that title, I know that opportunities will come to me. And it's a responsibility for me to maximize those opportunities.
So that's the responsibility of being in that position
Yes, sir.
and paying it forward. That's what we're trying to say, And you started your journey being a student of the Philippine Science High School
Yes.
in Mintal,
Yes.
the Davao campus. So how did it start? But did your teacher or your professor or your principal tell you like, Mary Grace, you were going to be the nominee, or you were going to be the participant for MOHSG representing our school?
What happened was, sir, our school had a short list of students, and each student had to submit a portfolio for the a committee to judge like portfolios nila, a self-introduction video, to see which student they would parang ipadala nila sa MOHSG. And most of those students actually are also my friends. So if one of my friends there nag-cheer yun sa akin during the contest, which like 6-year friend ko na ata siya, sir. Like,
What was
by
her
this
name?
time. Si James. Shout out, James.
Okay,
Kita,
Tim.
no?
Yes, he's a guy. He was also in the running for MOHSG
Yes, sir.
Philsci. Oh.
But either way, like, even in that roster, I think everyone kind of knew na. Either way, kung sino man mapadala, it's going to be, like, support through and through. Because everyone deserves to be, like, put in that position naman.
But how did they base it on an essay or more on an exam?
It was kind of holistic, sir, kasi we had academics, extracurriculars, awards, yung usual na ginapang sala. And then we had a self-introduction video. And I think doon, makita mo talaga yung intention ng student of why they want to go to MOHSG. I really, whenever there's like a self-introduction video, I really want it to be purposeful. Not just as say, hi, I'm Grace, I'm from this school. These are the basics you know about me. But this is what my intentions are. These are my hopes and dreams and aspirations rather, to be a student leader. Parang ganun. Just to give them an insight of like, who I am. Yeah.
What did you do? Like, was it the same video that you sent?
Yeah, somewhat, sir.
Somewhat the same.
Yes, sir.
The one that we saw in a reason.
Yes, sir. I kind of paraphrased myself there.
Okay.
So.
But that was a nice video, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Did you make that on your own, or was that a team?
Yes,
friends?
sir. I made it on my own, and I kind of, hi, mom. I stalked my own mom sa Facebook niya. So it's like, saan yung mga contest ko, like, sort by date. And I picked, like, the youngest picture na makita ko doon na parang nakaganon lang ako.
Shout out to Mommy Lynn, no?
Yes, sir.
Very ever supportive na
Yes.
mom. I saw her reaction when she heard your name. I was touched, mom. That was like, that's what a mom is, di ba? You know?
Yes.
My mom is like that, mami. So, yan din siya eh. So, I feel that she was there every step of the way, di ba?
Yes, sir.
And even now, sa ating
Yes, sir.
like, our
Like,
podcast.
Kahit, wag na, no need na. No. Kung gusto ko magpunta, okay. Sama ka.
And I'm glad that you're still open to having your mom around.
Yes,
no?
sir.
It's very good.
As much as I can.
That's good. Because kids, and I went through the same thing. Like, ma, stop smothering me, But when you get to my age, like, I'm old ko na, no? I'm only 28, but I have 4 siblings. No? I have 3 siblings, sorry. I'm the eldest.
Same tayo, sir. 4 siblings, eldest.
Eldest, di ba?
Yes, sir.
And the attention of the mom, di ba? You have to,
And
she has to manage it.
yes, sir.
So, look at it as more as an opportunity for you to spend the time
Yes, sir.
with your parents.
I do.
I'm very close with my mom. She's my best friend, eh. And kahit like the weekend, I was with my mom, diba? In Cebu. So I think that's good that you realize na having your mom, even your dad, diba? Even your sister, kita ko kanina, very close. Because that's your support, eh.
Yes, sir.
Diba? You have a lot of friends. I believe in Philsci. You have
Yes, sir.
a group of friends. You mentioned James.
Yes,
diba?
sir.
But at the end of the day, family first, eh, diba? Tama.
Yes, sir.
So that's good. Shout out, mom. Dapat interview natin si ma'am, no? Dapat a bit of a speech. Anyway, going back, no? Thank you, by the way, to Direct Pierre for our guide questions here. Although we're very we're a bit of off script, no? But I still have a guide, no? Because grabe ka prepared, si Sir Pierre. Pierre Mondihar, shout out to Mr. Pierre. Yeah. So it's been a 3-month journey. Tama ba? 3 months? It's been 3 months, and it's what we can call a journey to becoming the grand winner. So, what has been the most inspiring and most unforgettable moment for you during that period, even until up to the culmination in Abriza?
I would say, like, overall, sir, with how my experience at yung leadership camp namin at the Navy went, because everyone got to be roommates and nagchikahan na kami doon, like life stories na typical stresses of like high school.
Typical stresses.
Graduating ka na, and what your next worries are, where do you want to go, what do you want to be. Ay, ako, EVM strand ako, so I want to be this and that, and that. Ako, undecided. So, that camp really bonded us as student leaders. And I think the most favorite part ko doon was when Sir John Shin made us watch like a short video of what a leader is. And it showed a person dancing like parang in a peaceful park, siya lang wacky doon. And then may isang person nag-follow rin sa kanya. So dalawa na sila wacky. And slowly and surely, madami na yung tao nag-party-party. And it showed that the leader wasn't the one who initiated the whole movement.
It was the first.
It was the first follower. So, doon ko na-realize, sir, na you're a leader. So, you must show the skill set, the confidence na you know what you're doing. Your intentions for the community is pure, and it's to help them for everyone else to follow. Kasi doon rin nag-spark yung other leaders. I didn't become a leader because I wanted to be a leader na. I wanted to be a leader because I saw how leaders are. I saw how my friends are as leaders, and na-empower ako, na-aspire ako na, they're so cool, they're helping a lot of people, and I want to do that rin. So I think that yun yung parang biggest like, wow, cool. Parang, nangangatala ako doon sa video, sir.
Have you ever had the same experience before, like being in a camp with people, ganon, like the Flask program?
I don't think as physical, sir, no.
As physical?
No, sir.
For the info of everyone, they went through
very
I would call rigorous, tough
sir.
na training program. A bit of a primer to what
the next batch
the next batch will experience, no? No, but it's more of the plan was to bring back the camp that we had a few years back before the pandemic. And of course, shout out to the Naval Forces Eastern Command, no? We had the camp at Camp Panakan. And they welcomed us. They gave us the facilities, and they were very supportive. And through the Flask program that we had, we also we got ASEC Carlawanan, who's the proprietor of the youth leadership program, and they facilitated the whole project. Wherein Mary Grace and her peers were a part of, and some were even JCI Davao members. Yes. Yung alam yun, di ba?
Si Sir Ralph kasama ko, sir.
Si Ralph. You didn't even know that si Aaron was JCI at that time. He was.
I don't think so, sir.
Diba? He's our youngest eh. And people were asking like, anong MOHSG ka? Anong school, di ba? But he's a student and a JCI member. So it was great for us then from our perspective, to see you guys and even kami to experience that. a bit of physical activities, even the jogging and even the challenge. It's really hard, no?
Really immersive siya, sir, because
Immersive.
it brings out the best in like
Yes.
people na, especially in like challenging stuff na you're all really stumped. In the moment, you can really see na people giving ideas. No, ito, maganda to. Ay, no, ito. No, wait, guys, what if ganito, ganyan. Ganito. And everyone will add up. Kasi that's kind of what leadership is.
Yes.
Not just one will just give ideas. It's just one sparking like the conversations. So it was nice.
And I think it was nice because I saw then authentic emotions.
Yes, sir.
Like some were mad, some were pissed. Like, what am I doing here?
Anong purpose nito?
Purpose nito. So I heard someone say na may pag niuli na lang go, may pag mo gi-invite, which was okay, you know. I was smiling inside because, you know, I too am a facilitator then by profession, and it's my job. And we see that kasi it's more of and correct me if I'm wrong, that is where you have an epiphany.
Yes, sir.
I've never had this experience before, and now that I'm at the tipping point, I've discovered something. Did you have the same thing?
Yes, sir. Like, not just during the physical activities, but also like sa reflection tayo. Like late at night, like you're closing your eyes and you're like, oh, okay. You're like reflecting like the day's end and like, oh no, like what they mentioned about leadership, humility, that really reflected sa whole course namin. Like, for me, at the height of everyone's emotion na parang ang init, and then like nagdumi kami, and then we're all kind of barefoot for some reason. I forgot to saan kami nag-take off ng shoes. Some people's hair na burnt out because of the candle thing.
Oh.
Like everyone was kind of like yes, sir.
I'm sorry if I'm laughing. Hindi ko yan nakita eh. That was a there.
Hindi ko yan nakita, sir. Ganun talaga kami, sir.
Okay.
But like, when you say height of emotions talaga kami,
Okay.
to the max talaga ang everything. So everyone was like sweaty, exhausted, tired. Guys, I want this over with. Guys, sige na, let's do this. Go.
Even yung diba, yung shoes ninyo, ang dumi pa, yung
Yes,
socks
sir.
ninyo.
So like,
diba?
going just at the end of the day, everyone wanted to relax, and like the reflection was like something else.
Something else, grabe. And you mentioned it was a leadership program that we went, like a leadership activity or program that you guys experienced in the Naval Forces, a camp. The highlight was, I think, the theme for the whole program, for the whole 3 months is servant leadership
Yes.
in action.
Yes, sir.
Diba? So how has that theme for this year changed your perspective of leadership? Has it evolved since the MOHSG 56 of your conventional na tawag nito definition of what a leader is?
Yes, sir. This is actually like grade 12 was actually my first year fully into leadership, like leading the batch and everything. At first, I thought na okay, I'm the head. I'm going to spearhead all these projects. I have my sub leaders with me who I could communicate with, but throughout the camp, I realized na it's not just you being the top G or like top dog na ikaw mag-lead sa discussion talaga. You have to know when to put yourself aside, when to insert yourself, when to spark conversations, when to like ease yung parang conversations rin, parang tansya-tansyahan mo, and incorporating servant leadership in that. It's more of leading with others than leading others lang.
Leading with others.
Yes,
That's
sir.
nice.
So, sa school namin, sir, we have 3 core values, which is excellence, service to nation, and integrity. So, within those core values na parang na-align ko na rin yung with the theme sa JCI na servant leadership in action. So, doon ko na namatahan rin, sir, na leadership isn't just about yourself. It's about everyone, especially the community you're helping.
Yes, I love that. No, like you have a different perspective of what leadership is, or it has added a bit of value
Yes, sir.
to your own definition of what leadership is. Because I think a lot of your peers, no, or not peers in MOHSG, But at that age, how old are you, by the way?
I'm 19, sir.
19. I think the same way, high school or even elementary, na kids would think na I'm the best in school. Academically, ganito, I should do all these things. And that means I'm the leader. And to the point na they exhaust themselves,
Yes, sir.
diba? And they are inefficient and ineffective in their job. Tama ba? But then you realize as you grow older, and even and with the servant leadership in mind, the theme, you understand na you don't have to be the best at everything. You can delegate the job to others, and then you also contribute your own skills, so you can tawag nito. So you'll achieve the same goal. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Oo. Your school teaches that, diba?
Yes, sir. That's like at the core of everything we try to do. Kasi in like a really rigorous school like Pilsay,
Sorry, yeah.
you have to go back now. You see a lot of students pursuing ABC and all these na parang ang hangat. But you have to see why they're doing it as well, or why they're fulfilled at like doing it.
Okay.
For example, like I do math contests because one, it's a comfort space, and two, I get to involve myself in a lot of people that na friends ko noon and friends ko na ngayon. Like even friends na I will meet in college. So maraming messages na, see you there, lahat tayo dito, ganon. So it's a nice experience overall, sir, which I really, really enjoy. So going back, sir, it's like, goes with leadership. You have to find your reason why you went into leadership. For me, I wanted to help a lot of people. So that's imbued in me from my parents, from my siblings, from my titos and titas. And I really see na parang my family is put on helping others. So, na parang naging knee-jerk reaction ko na rin yan, sir. Like, whenever someone needs help, okay, may notes ako. Sure. Ganon, sir.
Kasi coming from my perspective, from the outside, na we always see people from Pisay. Di ba Pisay? You call it Pisay?
Yes, sir.
Pisay, mga genius na sila, mga howd na sila, and those are the best. And you would never think na like they're doing this for others. Diba? And I'm glad that you cleared that up now. Like, you're taught that in school, it's not just for you, but you're doing this in service of who you can help in the future. And come to think of it, diba, you have to be in service then of the country, but tama ba? You still have that ba na?
I'm not sure with Pisay itself kasi I signed that contract like 6 years ago when I was like 12 years old. So like I know it's like a really long document na parang 10 pages back to back.
Yeah.
Sana ko mag-sign ma. Like I just want to go to this school na parang at that age you don't really think about like, oh, you have to do this after. You're like committed to this. I'm like, very Grace Espino. Tapos like, I remember signature ko ba nun na like my heart.
Heart.
Yan. So like, you can really tell na parang you don't know what you're in for. So.
But now you know that you have to read the fine line.
Yes, sir. So I have to like, go back every time I go to like mga scholarships and everything. I have to see na, okay, return service agreement, ilang years. Okay, ilang allowance, ilang ano. Okay.
You have to talk to my lawyer. So
yes. I have my mom. My
manager. You have to talk to my agent and my manager.
Hello, ma.
Wait lang. That's good. Yeah. That's a good school, no, Pisay. I know. I actually tried to take an exam sa Pisay before. Unfortunately, kung nakita nyo ngayon, hindi naman ako Pisay. Pero, because what happened was a bit of to share lang din, I aced the English exam, but I didn't finish my math because I hate math. I'm sorry, I'm talking to a math enthusiast.
Okay,
she loves math. Like, she talks about math na even nung sa culmination.
Okay.
But I dread it. I'm sorry.
It's okay, sir.
When I look at it, it's like literally my brain is like, and
it's okay, sir.
It's okay. And it's just like, it's okay. Why do you hate math? No. But it's okay. Anyway, so one of the main activities is the project proposal. And could you provide us further details about the project proposal that you presented to our panelists, and how was it?
Drafting my proposal, sir, as a project, I was like, worrying na sa advisor ko, Mom, is this a good enough project? Like, is this big enough? Is this appealing? Like, naggrabe worry ko niyan. Tapos, like, I deviated to, like, what the facilitators, what the panel of judges, like, I think they would like. So I was focused on, like, acing, like, the test and not just showing my own, like, personality and everything. And then I would love my advisor for this. Like, doon yung eureka moment ko. Sabi niya, why not relate it to math? Kasi, like, yun yung kabisado mo.
Yeah.
So, like, you are so smart. nagbagtay na everything sa brain.
Shout out to the advisor.
Hi, Miss Pam. I love you, Miss Pam. So, ayan, sir. So, I was like, okay, quickly stop the whole idea and, like, so my project was Project Mathulungan.
Mathulungan.
Yes, sir. Like,
what is it
about? It's more like, I noticed kasi, sir, like, sa fellow peers ko, mahirapan sila sa math, and they always go to people na marunong sa math.
Yes.
Like, who are known to be math kids, like math people. So they would go approach people na nasa math club or na nasa academic team namin sa math. And may projects naman yung school namin noon na mag-help sa other nearby schools namin sa math and science and English sa exam namin, sir, sa NCE. So it's more of a promotional thing. And I wanted to get the essence of that and twist it a bit. Na parang sa mga students na hirapan sa math in your own school, you have your student leaders, you have your math kids to help you out. So parang it's a student for student na initiative.
Okay.
And I planned na parang once ma-establish siya sa Pisay, we can teach other youth leaders sa school how to raise funds, how to go about the project, how to make it flexible sa setup nila kasi, as you know, iba yung resources dito, iba yung manpower dito, and how to like make it a feasible and enjoyable process for students to ultimately enjoy math.
I see. And so it's a peer-to-peer type of thing. And how is it going to be implemented, the twist? You know?
The twist there is, sir, it's easily expandable and easily adaptable to setting. So, if maliit school nyo, ma-adapt nyo pa rin with the manpower that you have. If hindi naman, magtulungan yung youth leaders na, ay, ganito, we did this initiative sa school namin, it really helped us raise funds. Maybe you can do this too. And further scaling it up, but you can reach out to governmental sectors, private sectors who are aligned with your own goals naman. So, yung educational na sectors na want to do initiatives in that, you can collaborate with them. And I think yun yung factor sa akin na it's sustainable sa project.
Sustainable.
And there's the value of empowerment. So, once kids love math, you want to tell other people. Kasi noon, as a kid, I used to read a lot of books. So, going into kinder, ako yung samka na student sa teacher niya na, Ma'am, do you know that Mount Everest is this tall? Ma'am, do you know, after caterpillar, ma'am, ganito yung butterfly, and like, maging butterfly na siya. And like, obviously, the teacher already knows that. And she's like, oh, yeah, good job. And then I'm like, oh, parang ganon. In my head, the same goes with other people.
Yeah.
And nakita ko rin sa project sa lower class ko, sir. They have this project called the Caral, which is like a promotional event rin sa kanila na to teach other people about science, math, and English. And you can really see from their interaction na, ate, sige, turuan mo pa ako. And it's really cute to see and really like fulfilling to see na they were able to like.
I would imagine
yes,
like the sense of fulfillment of imparting something to other people,
yes,
especially ka-age or younger.
Yes,
diba? And I hopefully know you can apply that to older people that like us. Like, cause I want to learn math naman din, no? I think my peers then same, but it's embarrassing na at my age, it's different. And I wish that we had that same project or program
Version 2.
when in my time when I was younger or was still in high school. So do you think that if you had the opportunity, you'd apply that? If a school would approach you or the government na to tweak it a bit, then
Yes, sir.
to their tawag nito, to their situation,
More than willing to help.
more than
Kasi
willing.
the essence is there. It's your wants eh. So if I have the opportunity to share that with others, to share like love ko for math or like skills and everything, I would.
You would.
Why not?
Why not? If you had the time, no, and
Yes,
the
sir.
energy. Yes. So during the culmination, when was the culmination again? That was June 15.
15.
June 15. Happiest day of your life. Tama?
In the moment, it didn't feel like it.
How did you feel when your name was mentioned? During
Sir.
during the announcement of the yung kinasinabi mo
Yes,
kanina.
sir. Like parang a sigh of relief. Like parang thank God. Like like in that moment, like parang knee-jerk reaction ko was like to scream. Like parang
But you covered your face.
yes, sir. Kasi I thought like my entire face was red already, so I had to like you have to get up there.
So you did that. So you turned more red. That is unusual.
You can see as a picture, sir, kasi nag-iyak na ako, like, calling my mom or something.
And mom was also very trying to do that. Oh, but during the impromptu speaking, this is it. How did you feel? What was going through your mind when you were asking? They were asking you the winning question.
A lot.
It was going through my mind a lot.
I can't like. The question was, sir, that was like my first moment of like, joining an impromptu type speaking contest. Kasi this is also my first year going into like speaking things, na parang debate, public speaking.
You sound so natural. Yeah, because honestly, like I was behind you, diba? Like I was there. It's like, oh, she must be very used to this type of stuff.
It's more of like exposure sa mga pag-support ko sa friends ko, sir, of joining competitions.
Oh, so you adapted
like,
to that.
Something, sir. Kasi when you listen to them, it's like awe-shocking na I want to speak like that. Parang ganun, sir. So,
Did you practice that, bro?
yes, sir. Like sa bahay, impromptu, I was like, okay, 2 minutes. Then magpause ako. Nawala ako. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay, let's do that again. And throughout the moments for preparation for like impromptu speaking stuff, in that moment, I felt like, okay, let's pull out like anong line magamit ko from like my previous practice speeches. And then your first line ko was, what does it take to be a great leader? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I owe it to like my partner, my boyfriend na siya kasi nag-train sa akin, sir. He's also like a speaker. So like late at night, ginabother ko siya na how do I say this? And what do you think is like the best like way to like and ang advice niya sa akin, just be yourself. Kasi like,
But that's very
yes.
broad, di ba?
I mean, sir, he's a great speaker and like
Yeah, when you say na be yourself,
Yeah,
I
like-
mean,
so and in that moment, it felt like parang autopilot lang sa akin. So like,
yeah, you're
with
fluent.
like so I just said what I wanted to say. In that moment, I didn't know if I answered the question, and I kind of forgot the question. So I was like, okay, something about balance, something about aspiration, something about needs. So like, bigla ako nag-scramble in between, in the middle of my speech. So I was like, okay. Then what leadership is to me, what it means to me, what I've been doing, and like, okay, at least then let's try to wrap this up. Obviously, the youth is the future, our future, and I felt like, okay, you can see yourself with mga videos ko, like I was like, no, parang nakatanga ako. I didn't feel like kadami like woo, ganun na mga friends ko. They were texting me, that was so great. And I'm like, in the moment, and you realize when you're done speaking, and you step away from the mic, it's like, what did I just say? But it felt there. Like, it felt like right.
But you don't remember anything that you said.
Standing on that stage with a lot of people, and you're just like, you're the lone person on that stage, and you're like,
That wasn't an easy task, huh? Like,
you're like, especially when it's like your first few experiences, it's like, oh, this is kind of cool. At the same time, like, what am I doing here? But
do you remember who asked the question, ba?
yes, Ma'am Alexa Hero.
From the National Youth Commission.
Yes, sir. She was like our first speaker at us orientation. Oh, she is.
She is. And so you heard her speak na before.
Yes, sir. Very inspiring.
I think I remember you asked you were asked the question, then you answered the question. You answered the question with another question. Was that?
Yes, sir.
How did you start again?
What does it take to be a great leader?
So like, blah, 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 blah. What does it take to be? Well, that's amazing. You know, coming from someone who speaks regularly and who teaches people to speak. No, that's amazing. Like that's a technique actually. That for everyone listening, no, na if you're nervous and you've tried, because when people ask you a question for impromptu speaking,
you're like obligated to I answer agad.
Or you ma-pressure ka eh. Like,
yes,
what's the question again? People even ask like, what did she say? What did the judge say? So the best way to absorb everything is you ask another question, answering the question. Perfect. Amazing. Eureka moment. And shout out to Mary Grace's boyfriend, no? For tutoring. Alam ba yun ni Mami na tinuturuan siya ni boyfriend? Ano, ma'am? Oh. Very supportive si Mami sa love life. So, balance academics and love life. Sana all. Oo. React si Pierre. React si Aaron. Ako rin. React din ako. Anyway, going back now. So, in what way or ways did you think your answer reflected your personal values and beliefs as a student leader?
With everything I do, I really try to find a reason why I'm doing this. Kasi, like, even after like a stressful event, like it felt successful in the moment. You go home, you hit the bed, and then it's like 11 p.m. and you're like staring at the ceiling na, why did I do that? And parang I get really existential. I don't know, parang nature ko na rin. Na parang mag-phase out ako like, what am I doing? What is this for? So parang, in everything that I do, I try to have a reason and get fulfilled with it. So, why do I want to speak? Why do I pursue debate? Why do I do A, B, C? Now, some people don't really find value of, but I do because of these experiences, and I want to relive that. Parang ganun. So, I really try to have purpose in what I do.
And it reflects, no? I can see that. And that also shows how you were brought up by your parents, no? That's very nice. And you're the ate, ba?
Yes.
You're the eldest that you mentioned. So I think that will also serve as an example to your younger siblings. So you weren't just a leader. You weren't only taught to be a leader sa school niyo. You already had that even outside the school na
sa family.
Growing up as an ate, even at home. So that's nice. That's
24/7 on the dot.
24/7.
The third parent.
Are you the type of ate na asan na ka? Where are you?
Not really. It's more like politigo na. Good.
Are you the bossy ate?
Naman na sir, like para enter na. Ang plan ko magsinamok sa kanila. Open ako sa room.
Yes.
Ano gawa mo? So like, anong food? Magpapakalanggot. Ano watch mo? Like, very samukha na type na ate.
Same.
Like, kung gawin sa'yo, kaya like, ano gawin?
Do you have a brother ba?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. I don't have brothers eh. I only have sisters. And it's
what is it like?
Kuya. Me and the kuya like and there was ano, unsa man? I was up and hi, and then I just close the door like I'll say food. Well, I'll say food.
Insane.
And especially, I'm sorry to the ladies of like when they're having like their period, like na mag-sync yung period nilang tatlo. Oh man, I was like, there was a time like they were all in the moody, very very moody. That was the time that my brain was like messed up because it was like I'm gonna tease them the whole day. Like, that was a bad idea. To all the guys, no, don't do that.
It's so annoying, sir.
So-
But I love my brother though, kasi he's like,
Oo.
out of the four of us, he's like the most peaceful sibling. Like, she's nothing. Like, without hesitant, no, very,
Very peaceful, very behaved.
very like, ate, tama na. Parang ganun, sir. Like,
How old is he ba?
he is 13.
13.
13.
Okay.
Like, mag-away kami, magkapatid, tatlo kaming sisters, sir. Mag-away, mag-argue kami. Tama na ba? Like, ganito, very peaceful. Ano pala nangyari ate? Like, very peacemaker type na sibling. And you're just like, what? Parang, he's like, ano na ate? Like, you can't just help na parang, kung nagpagkamakawa na ganit na.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I like dial it down.
That's a cool brother, no. Ako kasi I'm different kay eldest, and then wala akong lalaki na kasama na family member, no, or na sibling. So it's like you're all gonna feel like you're my brother. but I love my sisters, no. They're my best friends. And I'm the type of kuya din na asa naman ka? Because ladies, di ba? Especially ngayon, these days. Asa naman mo? So that's good that you have your values and you can apply that as a leader. So how do you plan to continue your voice and influence after winning the MOHSG title?
Well, going into college, sir, I really like to be engaged in sa communities, which is also the reason why I chose my college kasi I know they're
Where are you
big.
going ba?
Ateneo de Manila. Yay! I know that they're very big on like helping the community and it's in their core values. Pag orientation pa lang namin na your skills, it's very like inspiring. Your skills aren't yours alone. Your excellence isn't yours alone, but also to share. These are the gifts of God and you have to share it with the people around you. And then it's like, you strive, parang the whole essence of Magis and Kura personality.
Oh, she knows the magic.
I have to say. But Magis basically means to strive,
Yeah.
to be better. And Kura personality, personalis means to care for other
For other
people.
people.
To mix both of them together, it's to strive to be better for the people around you.
Magis.
So Magis and Kura personalities.
Fortis and
So hopefully I get to engage with, especially sa pre-med na communities sila, which I heard stories na naging ate sila to really young students sa mga orphanage, and like wala na makatouch sa heart na I want to do that soon, na I might be able to do this. Not really exactly that, but some sort of action like that sa people around me. So excited.
Shout out to Admu.
Thank you for giving me
From Adu. From Adu. Yeah. So, what message or advice would you like to give to other high school graduates who aspire to be the next MOHSG or most outstanding high school graduate?
Hard question, sir.
Hard
But just do your best and be pure with your intentions, with what you want to do, and go into leadership not just for yourself, but also for the people around you. Kasi you're being a leader not just for your own portfolio or for your own like success. It's for uplifting others and to forward your passions and aspirations to them. So, do your best. You can do this.
Thank you for that message. No, I think the next batch or aspiring MOHSG would appreciate what you just said. Would you like to share a message to all the people who supported you through your journey as a MOHSG? Your mom, your boyfriend,
I'm gonna subscribe. Sorry.
your friends.
Thank you for believing in me, especially in the times I didn't believe in myself. You are the people that kept telling me, no, kaya mo yan. Especially in times na, wala na what to do. Parang ganon. And I'm like breaking down and everything. Thank you for showing your support and telling me na, you can do this, just do your best. And the best I did. Thank you. I love you all.
Thank you, mommy.
Thank you, ma.
So, in a few words, how are you gonna describe, or how would you describe your entire journey in MOHSG 56?
I'm gonna use silencer, so but I would say transformative, sir.
Transformative.
Kasi it changes our lives, it changed my life, it changed other people's life. So, quick, small, short answer.
Any other message, Buff, to everyone listening, mga audience natin?
Hi, thank you for listening to me talk for how long na to, sir? I don't know.
You'll find out later.
Yeah, but thank you, and I appreciate na you could take something out of this and be inspired to pursue good in your own group and projects.
It's really nice having you here, to have you here tonight.
Thank you,
with our episode, our second episode. Would really like to have you again next time in our panel.
Thank you for inviting me, sir.
No problem. So, ladies and gentlemen, our MOHSG 56 grand winner, Mary Grace Espino. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So, ma, Char, I have to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Mary Grace Espino, the MOHSG for the 56th installment sa JCI. And this is my mother, the co-powerhouse of the Espino family.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Nice to be here.
Okay, so, ma, ako question for you is, who is your favorite child? In this race.
Whoa!
Okay.
All of you are my favorites, di ba? Lahat
Okay.
equally.
Real question.
Yes. Of course.
Real question. What was your experience like hearing my name called?
No, actually, sa dinami ng competitions na napanalunan niya, I was there all the time, even abroad, national, local. Nandun talaga si Mama. Ako talagang nandun. So, during that time sa mga competitions niya is confident ako because ever since na nag-join siya ng competitions is wala pang time na talo siya. So, everything is consistent talaga siya na winner. So, hindi ako masyadong kabado that time. Pero nung MOHSG, oh my gosh, I was parang, alam mo, ang feeling ko, tapos si pa is prolong masyado yung announcement, diba? Parang, ang agony ko that time was, parang mahimatay na ako, sir. Biglang parang, parang ang sakit ng ulo ko, sabi, parang ano ito, parang, I need water. Yun yung pinaka-intense na, yung feeling ko na, because it's for her first time, the impromptu questions and all those speaking in front of, the crowds. So, it was my first time also na parang sabi ko na, this is it. Yung last na, may feeling ako na, pero it's only in my, myself na, baka yun siya ang papanalunin, yung ganun ba? So, sabi ko, this is it. Tapos, nung na yung name niya, I was really crying, sir. I don't know if you can see me. I really cried and I was so thankful to God. I thank God na thank you, Lord. This is all yours. It's all for your greater glory, Lord. Because ever since na she asked me, Mom, do you think I can win? Sabi ko, yeah, just go with the flow. Yeah, do your best. Yun ang sinasabi sa kanya always. Do your best and with all your heart. Then everything else, God will do the rest. Sabi kong ganyan sa kanya. Ganyan sila, sinasabihan ko sila lahat ng mga anak ko. So thankfully, it really God's works, If you pray for your children, that God will really answer your prayer to your para sa mga anak mo. So ganun dapat ang mga parents You have to pray for your children sa lahat ng mga undertakings nila, mga sa life, so mga problems na darating. So that's it. I was so the agony was long. So I was so happy, It's okay. It's okay. That's your, you're the best in yung niya. Very effective. About the crowds. When you hear the crowds.
I'll butt in yun, ma. Kahit so my children, sir. Kasi the morning of I'm like, ma, nasusuka ako, ma. Like, this is like the weirdest competition I joined in, ma. Like, iba talaga to na competition, ma. I feel like mag-faint ako, ma. Like, I feel like, that's like, exaggerate.
And you know what we do? What she do? Mama, we need to go to be there 10 o'clock.
More.
So I can, familiarize the place. Yeah, kasi na siya. Parang tense na siya masyado. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for the opportunity, sir. I was so, glad for the JCI, the project of JCI. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you.